We all wear masks. It's how we survive. We put on our best clothes, we fix our hair, and we present a polished version of ourselves to the world, so nobody can see how messy we actually feel inside. But what happens when you live in a city where that mask isn't just a survival tool? What happens when it's the law? Welcome to Milan, Italy, a global capital of fashion, design, and pure, unfiltered status. Unlike other cities that wear their grit on their sleeves, Milan is obsessed with la bella figura, the art of always looking flawless. Today, we look at the unique psychological pressure of Milan. We are exploring the heavy, silent, exhausting cost of living in a place that demands perfection on every corner, and what happens to your mind when you feel like you aren't allowed to have a messy day. In most cities, you can step outside in your sweatpants to grab a coffee and nobody cares. You blend into the background. But in Milan, stepping onto the street feels like stepping onto a stage. The city demands that you participate in the show. There is a silent, constant evaluation happening on every street corner, every tram ride, and every cafe bar. It's an unspoken pressure to belong. You find yourself checking your reflection in every shop window, pulling down your jacket, adjusting your collar. It's exhausting because the standard is impossibly high. When the average person on your morning commute looks like they just stepped off a runway, your normal, everyday tired self starts to feel like a flaw. You begin to feel like you have to pay a visual price just to be allowed in the room. Look at how we build the spaces we shop in. The Galleria isn't just a mall, it's a temple built to celebrate luxury. The sheer scale of the gold, the glass, and the marble is designed to make you feel small, but in a very specific way. It's designed to make you want to buy your way into feeling big. This is the psychological trick of a fashion capital. It links your personal worth to your outward appearance. It tells you that if you just buy that coat, if you just wear those shoes, you will finally feel secure. But it's a trap, because the moment you step out of the store, the city simply presents a newer, more expensive standard for you to chase. The marble floor doesn't show you who you are, it only shows you what you're missing. It doesn't help that Milan is a grey city. Unlike the bright colors of Rome or the warm sun of Naples, Milan is built on a palette of dark stone, heavy concrete, and frequent winter fog. It is a serious, hard-working place, and when the sky turns grey to match the buildings, the bright, colorful clothes in the shop windows start to feel like an artificial lie. You see this intense contrast on rainy days. The city loses its warmth, and the polished facades start to feel cold and uninviting. You realize that behind all the fashion and the luxury, there is a very practical, almost clinical machine running this place. And when you are feeling down, the grey stone walls don't offer any comfort. They just stand there, silent and indifferent, waiting for you to get back to work. But Milan does have a secret, and it might be the most human thing about it. If you walk down the grey streets, you will pass these massive, intimidating wooden doors. They look like they're designed to keep you out, but if you manage to push one open, you find something completely different. You find I cortili, the secret, hidden courtyards of Milan. These are beautiful, lush, green sanctuaries right behind the cold grey stone. The contrast is shocking. It's like the city built a giant protective wall on the outside just to guard its softest, most beautiful parts from the noise of the world. And honestly, it's a perfect metaphor for the people who live here. The cold, polished exterior is just a shield. The real warmth of the city is hidden behind closed doors, waiting for someone to take the time to look inside. There is a massive relief that comes when the sun finally goes down. The shops close, the briefcases are put away, and the people of Milan finally let their guard down. You see them sitting on the steps of the cathedral, laughing over a cheap drink, and suddenly the perfect masks begin to slip. You realize they're just as tired, just as messy, and just as human as you are. You don't need to be perfect to belong here. The city might demand a show, but you don't have to play the part 24 hours a day. Stop trying to match the polished glass of the shop windows. Let yourself have a bad day. Take off the coat, loosen the tie, and look for the hidden green courtyards behind the cold walls. Because the fortress is only beautiful if you save room for the soul.